Everyone, and welcome to Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this afternoon for my game show, How Smart Are You? Last night we did another mixed trivia show for you, and today we're going to engage you with another mixed trivia show to see exactly how smart are you. If I'm going a little bit too fast for you, just ask me to slow down. I'm Stephanie Stevens. Nice to meet you. Today on our game show, How Smart Are You? We're going to have a mixed trivia of different celebrities, movies, and all around world events. We're going to start off right now with our first celebrity. Is an NFL player. He's into cross-dressing, and he's been known to go to North Korea to try to make humanitarian cries heard. We're going to start off right now. Does anybody know who this NFL cross-dressing player is? Anybody know who this NFL cross-dressing player is? This is Mr. Dennis Rodman of the NHL. That's right. He cross-dresses from time to love somebody that and Dennis knows how to do that. Thanks. Our next celebrity. Like I said, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Pronoun TV and my game show, How Smart Are You? Our next celebrity is the creator and one of the actors in the hit transgender gay movement movie, Mr. Anybody know who this gentleman is? This director actor is. He just wrote a book out about HIV and his life dealing with that sort of issue. Anybody know who this famous actor is? This is Mr. Billy Porter. Mr. Billy Porter from Vogue. And we love him because this is him on the Met Gala carpet. Fabulous. Fabulous. We love us some Billy Porter. We love us some Billy Porter. Excuse me. I hate when there's lipstick on my teeth. We're going to get started right now. This next celebrity is fabulous, and she was the second Black Miss America. The second Black Miss America. She had some scandal down the road where they said that she had took these nude pictures in Penthouse magazine, but at the end she ended up winning, saving the best for last. Does anybody know who this celebrity is? This Miss America celebrity is. This is the incredible Miss Vanessa Williams. Miss Vanessa Williams, the woman that couldn't keep her clothes on, but at the end of the day, she won. All right, Miss Vanessa, that's the way to do it. Give it to her. I be doing the same thing. But at the end of the day, she won. That's Vanessa Williams, Miss America. We will never forget that moment in time. And look at this picture. She's gorgeous, gorgeous. You did it, Vanessa. Don't worry about what they got to say. Don't worry about that. Our next celebrity is the Queen of WAP. The Queen of WAP. I don't know what WAP means, but I have some idea of what it means. Does anybody know who this woman is? Apparently, she's always embroiled with those other female rappers like Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj and a few of the other ones there. Does anybody know who this woman is? Anyone know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? This is the incredible Miss Cardi B. Miss Cardi B. We love us some Miss Cardi B. She's just fabulous. We love Cardi B. Our next celebrity. Fabulous. He created an AIDS foundation to help a lot of the people in the world that couldn't afford medications or health care. And he's a great singer. And he does this great song that I dance to all the time called I'm Still Standing. Does anybody know who this LGBT two-spirit pronoun community member is? That's right. This is Mr. Elton John. Mr. Elton John. He's on his farewell tour now, and he will be making a stop right here in Toronto. And I will be in the front row. Thank you, Elton, for the tickets. Thank you. That's Mr. Elton John. He will be here in Toronto September 7th and 8th. Our next celebrity is an ocean mystery. Does anybody know who this movie is? What movie this is? It frightens everyone. But apparently lovers who like to swim late at night, it never frightens them. Anybody know who this what movie this is. What movie this is. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, that means get out of the water, y'all. Get out of the water. That's right. This is Jaws. Jaws, the movie Jaws. We love Jaws. I've seen it at least 40 or 50 times, like most of us. Our next celebrity is the Queen of Vogue. Queen of Vogue. She really made an impact in the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community. Now she has herself a little boy toy at 63. And we love her because she just knows how to express herself. Papa don't preach. Oh, we love this woman. This woman is fabulous. And I tell this all the time in my videos that she could teach you celebrities a little something about real life. We love her. And she's done a lot for the LGBT community. Anybody know who Miss Vogue is? That's right, this is Madonna. Madonna, the material girl herself. And we love her. We love her. Madonna, fabulous. Our next celebrity was a crying evangelist. Mascara was everywhere. It was everywhere. And apparently her husband went to jail for tax evasions, for stealing the congregation's money. Does anybody know who this crying is? Anybody know who that? And they slow down. They said I was going a little bit too fast for y'all. Okay? So they slowed me down. All right. Like I said before, our next celebrity was a crying televangelist. Her husband stole all the money from the congregation and ran off with it. And they put him in prison. And she could cry like nobody else could. But we loved her because she reminded us of a drag queen. Does anybody know who this woman is? This crying televangelist is. She loved mascara. This woman loved makeup. This is Miss Tammy Faye Baker. They made a movie about her last year. And we miss Miss Tammy Faye Baker. She was just amazing lady. But she could cry on a dime. That's what most actresses wish they could do in movies when there's a serious scene. Cry on a dime. All right. Our next celebrity is the Walking Diva herself. She was just on Rupaul's Drag Race, and she is a fabulous walker. But she's been known to have a scuffle every now and then, just in case if some of her stuff comes up missing. Anybody know who this walking supermodel is? This walking supermodel, she's fabulous. That's right. This is the incredible Miss Naomi Campbell. Miss Naomi Campbell. We love us some Miss Naomi Campbell because she knows how to walk the walk and walk the talk. And if you get in her way, look out. That's Miss Naomi Campbell, the diva of the catwalk. We love the diva of the catwalk. Our next celebrity has 140 vintage cars. 140 vintage cars. And he was the king of late night before David Letterman. And he has a show on YouTube now. Does anybody know who this talk show host is? Does anybody know who this past talk show host is? Now, I think he's retired. With 140 million cars, I'd be retired. 100 cars, I'd be retired too. Who he is? Anybody know who this is? Anybody know who this is? This is Mr. Jay Leno. Mr. Jay Leno from Late Night Talk. We love us some Mr. Jay Leno. Our next celebrity is Mr. CNN himself. And he's part of the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community. And he's fabulous. And he's real cute. And he just had a little baby. He's part of the Vanderbilt fortune. Does anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who Mr. CNN is? Anybody know who this is? Mr. CNN. That's right. This is Mr. Anderson Cooper. Mr. Anderson Cooper, Mr. CNN. And he's part of the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community. Thank you, Anderson. And you're real cute. If you decide that you're looking for a girlfriend, here I am. Come get me. That's Mr. Anderson Cooper, y'all. Our next celebrity was did many guest spots. He was the host of an evening at La Cage with world-famous drag queens, celebrity impersonators from around the world. And I worked with him a few times. And he also starred in Married with Children as Uncle Otto. He also was in Dynasty. As in who this actor is from Palm Springs, California. That's right. This is the one and only Miss Gypsy. Miss Gypsy James Hawk. Miss Gypsy James Hawk. That's right. He appeared with Milton Berle in many shows way back in the day, and we love us some Gypsy. She's retired now too up there in Palm Springs. She is a fabulous, fabulous person to hang around. If you ever get to know, if you've ever known Gypsy, she's very funny, very daring. She's very daring. I used to see some of the stuff she would wear on the stage, and I would just fall out. Gypsy was funny. Our next celebrity was the Queen of Las Vegas. And then there was a hiccup in something. There was some concerns about something from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. But we're not quite sure what happened. But abruptly, Divas Las Vegas. And he was the king, a queen of Las Vegas at one time. The king and the queen of Las Vegas at one time. But apparently, something happened. We don't know quite what happened, but this is Mr. Frank Marino. He was the queen of Las Vegas before Rupaul took over. But this was the queen, and he had a show called Divas Las Vegas. Fabulous, fabulous. He could dress like no other. But I don't know what he's doing now, but hopefully, somewhere down the line, we will see Mr. Frank Marino again because he's actually very funny on the stage. And I've worked with him a few times, too. Our next celebrity was the first black doctor on television. And apparently, he had a casting couch in his office. Something we didn't know nothing about. He had a casting couch in his office. And he's the Jello pudding man, if you know what I mean. And we loved him because he was just such a great comedian and actor. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this concerning black doctor, first black doctor on television is? He was the king of television for a long time. He had the biggest running sitcom for a very long time. That's right. This is Mr. Concerning Bill Cosby. Mr. Concerning Bill Cosby. He was in jail, but I think he's now at home in his mansion on house arrest. And we love Bill Cosby. I hate to see the fact that he's in jail. He did so many things that I used to watch. And I don't know about that casting couch. I haven't got on one of those yet. I haven't seen one, actually. I would love to see exactly what a casting couch would look like. Or was that anyway. Mr. Bill Cosby, y'all. Coming up next is another concerning celebrity. If the glove don't fit, you must quit. Y'all remember him? He's in Miami now wandering around, so look out, ladies. Watch out. If the glove don't fit, you must quit. He said he didn't. Anybody know who this Hertz rental car jumping over suitcase celebrity is? He apparently he was in Las Vegas looking around, knocking on people's doors, hotel room doors, looking for a Heisman Trophy that went missing. Anybody know who this celebrity is? Anybody know who this concerning celebrity is? Apparently he's in Miami, ladies, so be careful. Because if the glove don't fit, you must quit. That's right, this is Mr. O.J. Simpson. Oh, OJ is looking for y'all. Y'all better be careful out there, ladies. Speaking of being careful, coming up next is our fabulous celebrity. He's part of the LGBT community, and he was expressing himself before a lot of people were expressing themselves, and he used to just look beautiful. And he had these certain songs called, he was part of a group called Culture Club. And he had this one great song that I used to dance to all the time. Come a chameleon. Come and go. You come and go. Anybody know who this famous singer is? From the Culture Club. He was part of Culture Club. And he's beautiful when he was in drag back in the days. I mean, he still looks good now, but I think he's trying to look more like the Riddler now. But I love those suits and those hats. This is the incredible Mr. Boy George. That's right, Mr. Boy George. Oh my God, he looks good now. I love it. He knows how to do it. He's ahead of his time. We love Mr. Boy George. Our next two celebrities were cross-dressing before cross-dressing was cross-dressing. And in the 40s, 60s, these two gentlemen reigned the television stations. And this one had a telethon where he used to raise all kinds of money for charity. He used to perform for the soldiers and the army and all those things. He had such a great long career, but he used to wear his pants way up to here. I don't know if you guys are going to know who these two cross-dressing are. This is Mr. Bob Hope and Mr. Milton Berle. Mr. Milton Berle performed with Gypsy and lots of shows and stuff. And this is Mr. Bob Hope. He did a lot around the world. And he appeared in like 50 or 60 films. Great, Mr. Bob Hope and Mr. Milton Berle, the two older celebrities. Senior celebrities. Yes, get it, girls. Oh, we love them. Our next celebrity was married to this woman, this clan of jocks and makeup gurus. We haven't quite figured out what their talent was, but apparently they look great in Speedos. And this next gentleman was married to one of the women there, and he is called the king of rap, and he has $1.7 billion in the bank. I wouldn't have divorced him if I was her. I was just, no matter how rich you are, you can never have enough money. Well, sometimes it's too much money, if you know what I mean. Well, anyway, does anybody know who this rapper is? This famous rapper is? He's doing a lot of motivational speaking now, and I guess that means that he's dealing with the issues that he has, under his belt, and that's a good thing. Deal with your issues. Hello, we all have issues, and we all have things that we have to deal with. And thank God he is addressing his, as his wife has moved on to bigger and better things, if you know what I mean. That's what I heard. The hot young stud that she's got now is, This is Mr. Kanye West. Mr. Kanye West. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Mr. Kanye West. $1.7 billion from rapping. Telling people how he's going to shoot up the block. But anyway, our next celebrity has created the AIDS Foundation. He wrote a fabulous song for Princess Diana when she died called Candle in the Wind. Does anybody know who this young singer is? Like I said earlier, he's going to be in Toronto September 7th and 8th, and he sent me tickets, so I'm going to be right in the front row. Thank you, sir. Anybody know who this gentleman is? This young entrepreneur, singer, philanthropist. Oh, just fabulous. This is Mr. Elton John. When he was young, go ahead on Elton, and he could dress. He was giving you them costumes. So express yourself. Our next celebrity is the son-daughter of Cher. The son-daughter of Cher. And she just wrote a bestseller. I think to be referred to as he. So that is how we will address him, as he. Does anybody know who Cher's son is? Anybody know who Cher's son is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? This is Cher's son, Mr. Chaz Bono. Mr. Chaz Bono. He just wrote a bestseller about his life and, the world of show business and his mom. We love Cher because she's just a staple. Her songs are anthems in the LGBTQ2 spirit pronoun community, and we love that. That's right. This is Mr. Chaz Bono. Our next celebrity was one of the greatest in the world, and we will miss him because he was fabulous. He could do stuff like nobody. He could create costumes and the wildest imaginations, and he would put them on fabric, and he turned it into a masterpiece, real art, and we miss him. We miss him. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? He was one of the biggest designers in the world. for haute couture, darling. Spending up to $40, $50, $60, $70,000, even $100,000 for wedding dresses. This is Mr. Alexander McQueen. Mr. Alexander McQueen. We love Mr. Alexander McQueen. He was a real cutie. Oh, you know, it just goes to show you that we're all dealing with something. And sometimes we just have to reach out to people and say hello, how you doing? And see what is, you know, if you can help. That's just the way we have to do things. This is life. You know what I mean? We're here today, gone tomorrow. Speaking of here today and gone tomorrow, our next celebrity was the king of pop. The king of pop. And he had one of the biggest hits in the world called Thriller. Thriller. Does anybody know who the king of pop is? He had a ranch called Neverland. He had a ranch called Neverland. Anybody know who the king of pop is? He had so many hits. Wanna Be Starting Something. Oh, just I could go on. Diana. All kinds of songs that we just danced up. But Beat It. Bad. Oh, I could just go on and on and on. Incredible artist, and we will miss him. This is Mr. Michael Jackson. Mr. Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Fabulous, fabulous. Our next celebrity is Rupaul's Sidekick and Rupaul's Drag Race. Apparently, they've been knowing each other since they were like 16, 17 years old. Anybody know who Rupaul's Sidekick is? Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She's the director and the producer and the co-host of RuPaul's Drag Race. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She is fabulous, and she can dress. I gotta give it to her. She can dress. She always looks good. She inspires me to look good and to look better than, you know. She inspires me. I love the fact that she puts on makeup and she just does her thing. This is the one and only Miss Michelle Visage. She's the one running that empire as RuPaul's sidekick. She's the one and the brains behind it. We know that's what it is. But we love us some Michelle Visage. She's the other man sitting next to RuPaul. Yes, Michelle wearing the pants, RuPaul. Yes. But anyway, we love you both. That's RuPaul's Drag Race sidekick, Michelle Visage. Our next celebrity was in Los Angeles, and he did a great thing at one time. Then he started drinking, and he wrecked it all. And apparently, the LA Police Department beat him up. Apparently, they beat him up. I don't know what all the contrivance thing was about, but does anybody know who this was good for the black movement and the black people? But then, of course, he started drinking and became reckless. Does anybody know who this man is? Anybody know who this man is? Anybody know who this man is? Apparently, the Los Angeles Police Department beat him up. That's what he said. That's what he said. I don't know quite, but that's what I heard. This is Mr. Rodney King. Mr. Rodney King. Apparently, he accused the LA Police Department of beating him up. I mean, if you had a black eye and you were surrounded by police, who do you think gave this man a black eye? I'm not saying that the LA Police Department did it, but somebody did it. Somebody did it. This is Mr. Rodney King. Mr. Rodney King. Our next celebrity is all over social media. He's fabulous as a motivational speaker. And he was part of the NHL. He's 6'9", and he has a size 22 foot. I can't imagine what a 22 foot would look like. Can you imagine what a 22 foot would look like? And can you imagine being 6'9" with a 22 foot? And can you imagine? I know what y'all thinking. I know y'all thinking exactly what I'm thinking. 6'9", a 22 foot. He's a great motivational speaker, and I just love watching him all over social media doing his motivational thing. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this basketball superstar is? He says that he's better than Michael Jordan. We love him, though, because he's fabulous. I mean, you're 6'9", 400 pounds. Woo! Can you imagine? That's right, this is Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. We love us some Shaquille O'Neal. This is a big man. I mean, I'm 5'7". So I can just imagine how tall 6'9" is. I mean, well, my last boyfriend was 6'3". So, but 6'9"? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is Shaquille O'Neal. We love Shaquille O'Neal. He's fabulous. Our next celebrity is a comedian. Fabulous. She has a potty mouth, a lot like I used to be, and then I became tame. So hopefully now I'm going to be able to let it out, if you know what I mean. I gotta let it out. Anyway, our next celebrity is a comedian, and she's fabulous. She makes me laugh because she's real. She starred in the movie with Snoop Dogg and the Purple Airplane. You guys remember that movie, The Purple Airplane? With Snoop Dogg and all the celebrities, T.I. and all of them. Anybody know who this woman comedian is? Anybody know who this woman comedian is? That's right. This is Miss Samore. Miss Samore. Oh, I love this woman. She is so funny. My back, my Oh, yes, that's Samore, y'all. This woman is fabulous. If you've never seen her comedy, you guys need to Google it. She's raw and real and funny. Very funny. And that's what I like. I like people that tell it just like it is. Thank you, Samore. She's fabulous. And she makes me laugh. Our next celebrity. He was back with Martin Luther King in the movement of the Million Man March. And he was in the front row with Martin Luther King there. And he's now a preacher, minister, and a motivational speaker. Does anybody know who this, what do they used to call when they used to do your hair back in the days with the straightening combs? And I forgot what they called the hair back then. But this is Mr. Al Sharpton. Mr. Al Sharpton, the Christian who did a lot for the civil rights movement back in the days. He's up in New York City now. He's doing little motivational speaking things now. He's very good. I don't really know a lot about Reverend Sharpton. I see him a lot on television, and I know that he's a minister or a preacher or something like that. But he's doing great things, and he's still alive and still preaching the good word. Non-violence. Non-violence. We love that. Just keep it moving. Our next celebrity comes to us. Her husband was the owner of millions and millions of hotels in the world, and mainly in New York City. But they used to call her the Queen of Mean. The Queen of Mean. Apparently, if you didn't clean the maids didn't clean the hotel rooms right, she would beat them up. But apparently, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Anybody know who the Queen of Mean is? Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who the Queen of Mean in New York City? Apparently, they wanted to put her in jail for tax evasion of $16 million from her husband. You know what? I never understand greed. I never understand it. You have all this money. You're 60 years old, 70 years old. Do the right thing. Pay people right. Do the right thing. People will do right by you. You don't need to be trying to get more money at 60 and 70 years old when you have millions of dollars in the bank and treat people mean. This woman here was the Queen of Mean, Miss Leona. You didn't want to run into her in the hallway, and you didn't have those sheets and those beds right. She would have hit you. She would have got you in the corner and hit you with a bucket or a rock. The Queen of Mean, Miss Leona. That's right, this is Miss Leona Humphrey, the Queen of Mean. This woman is something else. Our next celebrity, we miss him. He was in Mork and Mindy. He was in Mork and Mindy, and he was a fabulous comedian. He was also in this movie, and many movies. But does anybody remember who this funny comedian is in full drag? In full drag. Excuse me one minute. Does anybody know who this comedian is in full drag? This is Mr. Robin Williams as Miss Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire. If you've never seen this movie is funny as hell. You've got to see this movie. It's called Mrs. Doubtfire. And it's starring Robin Williams, and he's in full drag. And I love it when he switches. I'm not going to spoil that part for you because it's very funny. You'll love the movie. Check it out, Mrs. Doubtfire. Our next celebrity is the creator of The View. She also was on another show back in 1970, late 70s, 80s with Hugh Downs called 2020. And she's retired now, too. Anybody know who this woman is? Excuse me 1 minute. They keep telling me to slow it down. Anybody know who this woman is from The View? Anybody know who this woman is from The View? She's retired now. She was in another show with another news anchor called Hugh Downs, and it was 2020. That's right. This is Miss Barbara Walters. Miss Barbara Walters. We love us some Miss Barbara Walters. Fabulous, classy lady. She's interviewed everybody. Hopefully, I will get to interview all of the celebrities of the LGBT community and beyond, its supporters and people that just try to do the right thing. Our next celebrity are concerning First Lady. A celebrity and concerning First Lady. Apparently, the people in the Philippines have been starving for a long time, but apparently the First Lady had 400 pairs of shoes, and she was mean. This was a very mean lady. Does anybody know who this very mean First Lady was of the Philippines? She had over 400 pairs of shoes, and the people were starving to death in the Philippines. Does anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? Apparently, you see her here, how she's talking? She's letting y'all know. I will get you. I will get you if you say anything bad about me. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Miss Imelda Marcos, the woman with 400 pairs of shoes. 400 pairs of shoes. And apparently the people in the Philippines were starving, but she was walking around in Jimmy Choo shoes, Chanel shoes. She had all the latest shoes. Oh, that's Miss Imelda Marcos. Very concerning. Very concerning. Our next celebrity is fabulous. She was in Mahogany. Also, she starred in Lady Sings the Blues, and she's had all kinds of hits on her albums, such as Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Upside Down You're Turning Me, Missing You, which she dedicated to Marvin Gaye. She's beautiful. She knows how to dress. Anybody know who this Cream of Supreme is? Anybody know who this Cream of Supreme diva is? Anybody know who this diva is? That's right. This is Miss Diana Ross. Miss Diana Ross, the boss. Fabulous singer. Fabulous. Oh, she's done so many songs that I've done in my shows for years, and we love her. That's the Queen of Supreme, Miss Diana Ross. Our next celebrity started off in a movie called Firestarter. Now she has her own talk show, and she's fabulous. She's doing real good. She has her own show. She had a show when she was a child called Firestarter. Me and her started at the same time, I'm pretty sure. Anybody know who this woman is? Does anybody know who this daytime talk show host is? Anybody know who this daytime talk show host is? Anybody know this woman? That's right. She was in the movie Charlie's Angels. In the movies Charlie's Angels as well. That's right. This is Miss Drew Barrymore. Miss Drew Barrymore. We love us some Miss Drew Barrymore. She is fabulous. And you know what? And she just got her own magazine called Drew. Oh, yeah. She just redid the whole magazine. It's fabulous. Check it out. Drew. Our next celebrity. The first black president of the United States of America. Anybody know who Obama? Oh Lord. I'm sorry. Anyway, anybody know who this first black president of the United States is? I already told you. She's looking at me like, that's right. This is Mr. Barack Obama. Mr. Barack Obama. Sorry I spoiled it for y'all at the beginning. Sorry I spoiled it. I get carried away every now and then. That's right. This is the first black president of the United States, Mr. Barack Obama. Fabulous president. He created Obamacare, and he tried to do what he could for the people of the United States. He did what he could. You know, those Republicans are something else. They try to block you and all kinds of stuff all over the place. But anyway, at least he tried to do something. And we'll never forget the first black president of the United States, Mr. Barack Obama. Our next celebrity was in the hit sitcom, Good Times. He was in the hit sitcom, Good Times. Does anybody know who this actor is? He used to have a famous saying, "Kid Dynamite! Kid Dynamite!" She's telling me to slow it down again. Anybody know who this actor is? Anybody know who this actor is? You wouldn't even recognize him today because he looks so different. That's right, this is Mr. Jimmy Walker. Mr. Jimmy Walker from Good Times. Oh, yes, Kid Dynamite. We loved him, tall and skinny. Our next celebrity was very concerning at one point. He had a hit TV show where he rode a bicycle all the time. It was more like a kid's show. But he ended up being in some controversy. Apparently, they caught him in New Smyrna Beach in a compromising position in an adult bookstore. And to me, I don't think there's nothing wrong with an adult being in an adult bookstore. But when you have a kids show, you really need to be careful. And does anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That was caught in a New Smyrna adult bookstore. Anybody know who he is? Apparently, he was reaching. Anyway. Anybody know who this celebrity is? That's right. This is Mr. Pee Wee Herman. Mr. Pee Wee Herman, the Reacher. Oh, I'm just kidding. Mr. Pee Wee Herman. We love us and Mr. Pee Wee Herman. They call him the Reacher. But anyway, our next two celebrities were hanging out one night together. One is the Material Girl and the other one is the King of Pop. Does anybody know who these two famous celebrities are? Anybody know who these famous celebrities are? The King of Pop and the Material Girl. That's right. This is Madonna and Mr. Michael Jackson, two of the biggest powerhouse singers in Hollywood. Oh, Mr. Michael Jackson has gone on to heaven now, and Madonna is still around. She has a little boy toy, just like, you know, I have a couple around every now and then, if you know what I mean. But our next celebrity is the dancing guru himself. The dancing guru himself. And he used to have us shaking those pounds off in the late 1970s, 1980s, and he was incredible. Apparently, he's cross-dressing all over West Hollywood, but we remember him. This is him cross-dressing. Now, this is where he started. Anybody know who this cross-dressing dancing guru is? That's right. This is Mr. Richard Simmons. Apparently, he's cross-dressing all over Hollywood, and we love that. He's just being himself. Mr. Richard Simmons is just being himself. I guess that's one of his boy toys. Ooh, everybody's got a boy toy. Madonna's got one. Richard's got one. I might have one. I know a few of y'all out there got some because I see y'all. Y'all be trying to pretend like y'all Christians. I know how it is. Church let out is over. But anyway, our next celebrity was in Mississippi Burning. Fabulous actor, was in Mississippi Burning and many other movies. He also starred in The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane. And they put him in drag in the end of the movie. He's the ugliest woman on the planet. Well, no, it's quite frightening in drag. I must say, oh, Dennis Rodman. Well, I could go on and on and on. But anyway, anybody know who this cross-dressing drag queen, this actor drag queen is? He was in Mississippi Burning. He's done so many movies, and he's just incredible. I wish you could have saw him in drag, trying to walk in those white, short, high-heel shoes. It was the funniest thing. If you haven't seen The Birdcage, you need to see it. Because this actor, Mr. Gene Hackman is so funny because he plays a senator in the show. And he's trying to have equal rights and moral rights, and he ends up in this drag club. And oh, it's the funniest thing in the world. If you haven't seen The Birdcage, you got to check that movie out because it's quite funny, and you're gonna laugh your ass off. Our next singer is fabulous. She did such songs as "Love to Love You, Baby," "Miss Arthur's Park," "Last Dance," and so many other ones. And she became part of the LGBTQ drag queen anthems. Every time you were out at a drag show, you would hear songs by this woman. Anybody know who this fabulous singer is? Anybody know who Miss MacArthur Park is? The Last Dance. That's right. This is the very beautiful Miss Donna Summers. I Feel Love. Ooh, this woman has such a sultry voice and great. She became concerning at the end of her life when she's decided that she would speak out against the LGBT community, who actually, supported her most of her career and made her what she was. But that's okay. We still respect you. We're still dancing to your song. So thank you, Donna. That's Donna Summers. Our next celebrity is the creator of Grey's Anatomy. Is the creator of Grey's Anatomy. She's done a lot for showing people that we like white soap operas too. That we can create white soap operas. Anybody know who this director is? She has so many movies out that she's creating. Anybody know who the creator of Grey's Anatomy is? This is Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes, the creator of Grey's Anatomy. For you white people out there that didn't know that, yeah, a black woman created Grey's Anatomy. Can you believe it? I know y'all are probably like, no, she's lying. She's like, no. Shonda Rhimes created Grey's Anatomy. There you go. See, we're more alike than what you think. Get it together, y'all. Get it together. Our next celebrities were two of the biggest morning talk show hosts, and we love her. We miss him because he's passed on, but I used to laugh at him all the time because I used to just really think he was ridiculous when he was trying to talk and everything, but he used to make me laugh all the time. These are the king and queen of early morning talk. Does anybody know who these two people are? Anybody know who these two people are? Before Kelly and Ryan, it was these two. This is Mr. Regis Philbin and Miss Kathy Lee Gifford. Miss Kathy Lee Gifford and Mr. Regis Philbin. Oh yes, they were the queen and king of early morning talk shows. Our next celebrity is a pop icon, sort of R&B kind of now. She was one of the big judges on World of Dance, and also they called her Jenny from the Block. And she wore this famous dress when she used to hang out with rapper P. Diddy. Anybody know who this singer is? Jenny from the Block? Anybody know who Jenny from the Block is? Anybody know who Jenny from the Block is? That's right. This is Miss Jennifer Lopez. Miss Jennifer Lopez, World of Dance. Oh, this woman can dance up a storm. Let me tell you something. I love watching her. She just does it. Our next celebrity is in court right now. He's in court right now trying to make the judge understand that he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He don't know who did it. He wasn't there when it was done. And he don't know her. He never met her. Who's this woman in my house? And why am I being arrested for tax evasion? He don't know none of that. But he's in court right now in Los Angeles, California. That's what I heard. Anybody know who this is? This cross-dressing celebrity is? He's in court right now. Anybody know who this is? That's right. Johnny Depp. He's in court right now. He says he didn't do it. You don't know what happened. You don't know her. Did you see how he walked in with his cane like he was in the movie? Excuse me. Like he was in that movie. What was the movie he did with the weird orange hair and everything and the big hat? What was the name of that movie he did? I forgot that one. But this anyway, he walked in the courtroom like, I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who this woman is. The judge is looking at him like he's crazy. Anyway, our next celebrity, kind of a celebrity. A lot of people might not know who she is, but the drag and the gays will know who this woman is. She's a round mound of sound, and she's taking over London, England right now, and she's in a play. And does anybody know who this RuPaul Drag Race star is? The round mound of sound. She's from Hollywood, Florida. I'm from Orlando, Florida, but I spent a lot of time in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But she's in Hollywood, Florida is like 20 minutes from Fort Lauderdale. So I know exactly where she lives. It's a lot of casinos and everything, new condos there now. So Hollywood is doing really good. Anybody know who the round mound of sound is? This is Miss Latrice Royale from RuPaul's Drag Race. Latrice Royale. That's right, Latrice Royale. She's doing a lot of things. She did this nut commercial. I still to this day don't understand what it was all about. You know, sometimes when you see these commercials, you don't quite know what they're selling. I knew she was selling nuts, but when I was watching, when I looked at the commercial, I thought, I don't know. I was like, girl, get your coins and run out the door. That's what I would have done. All right. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here on Pronoun TV and my game show, How Smart Is You? I'm Stephanie Stevens. I'll be back again next Friday and Saturday and Sunday for you around 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Check me out one of those times. I'll be popping up here. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend, everybody, and take care of yourselves.